Hello, Guilty Gear Strive community. Your chip expert Marvelo here, going to show you some uses for the Tightrope. So I think the Tightrope has been a fantastic addition to Chipp's arsenal, with the one caveat that Chipp is now way harder to play. Previously, if I was to mix you up mid-screen after a 2K 2D, it was pretty easy. I mean, once you got the timing on this, and once you did this, it was pretty much a left-right, easy peasy, right? What they did to Chipp is that they locked all of his damage behind the Tightrope. And all of the mix-ups that the Tightrope uses are manually timed, which means that you have to time it yourself, which is a lot more inconsistent and causes problems like if you mistimed it, you'll get wake up thrown, or you'll get hit with a reversal. Things like that make it a little bit more challenging than it was in the past. They also made it so where if you do this cross up, you can't really get the same combo that you used to. And even if you did, the damage would be a lot lower. Last patch, and this is because of the changes to 2H and Alpha Blade, you can't get two alphas in a combo anymore. So it's really not worth going for the old mix. And even if you get it, the damage is just so much lower. This is like 136 and that was like close to the corner. But if I do a Tightrope combo as such, way more damage. It's like about 40 more damage. And that's like, you know, not even optimal. So what do we do? How do we use the Tightrope? I'm going to show you a few different ways that I've started to use it. Here's the first way. This is after any K normal into 2D, anything like this. That's pretty much going to be the setup that you use for all the Tightrope. So if you use any K normal and you end in 2D, there's a few ways to use the Tightrope. Okay, I'm going to show you the first way, which is basically just delaying left right like this, stay same side, or cross up. So one thing to note is that when you're on the Tightrope, when you get on the Tightrope, you could dismount using dust, and that pushes Chipp forward. But if you dismount holding back in dust, he jumps back. So this is the mix-up that I like to use primarily because I find it to be the most like ambiguous to block. That's the cross up, same side, right? It all matters on like when you dismount. And the tricky part of this version of the mix-up is you want to do it right when they're about to land on the ground. If you do it any earlier, you see it, they can DP that. So you got to get the timing right, because if you do it too quickly, like this, you don't get anything, right? So you got to wait till Soul's about to land, and then you activate the Tightrope, like this, right? See how that was too early? There's a certain timing to it. See, same side, cross up, and so that's the bread and butter Tightrope mix that I like to do. There's a couple other ones that I'll go ahead and show you, but let's say they start blocking that one, right? The next one I like to introduce is, remember how I told you the Tightrope, you could jump back? Once they get used to that one, then I start doing this one, which is basically instead of just regular dust to dismount off the Tightrope like this, you do back and dust to dismount back. So this one is really good because once they're used to this, a lot of people get hit with that version of the cross up. So perfect for when you condition them to block that one. Then you could start kind of implementing this one, and you could cross up or not on this one. See, that's the same side, cross up, same side. You see, there's a lot of things you could do. So I like using that one second, once I condition the first one. But let's say I want to do something different. Okay, I'm gonna put him to DP. This is how you practice it, by the way. All the mix-ups. You want to make sure that you get the timing right so that it saves jumps every time. See? Always put your opponent to DP on wake up so you get the timing on how to do it. Alternatively, if you go on the top of the rope, he has a setup there too. This one's a little bit more tricky, but it's pretty deadly if your opponent especially doesn't have a reversal. So to get the safe jump timing, it's a little delayed, just like the other mixes, like this. See how it safe jumps? See how I got hit? There's a certain timing to it, but that's the timing. So what you want to do is you could actually get a meaty 2K from this one, like this, and I could put the opponent to throw on wake up, so you could see that I'm not getting thrown. See that? It actually makes you end up like too far away from them to actually grab you, unless it's like maybe Nago. And this is really good because what you could do, right, is you could start setting up his extra shenanigans if the 2K hits. Now, if you want to mix up something besides the 2K, what I do is right before I land, I do an instant air dash back with like a JS like this. And that kind of hits at a similar timing, so people get hit by that quite often once you've conditioned it. Problem with this is that it loses to reversals. But if your opponent doesn't have a reversal, it's pretty good. You could also do something like that. So tightrope, you could do this for the cross up, right? You could do this for same side. So like if I go on the top rope, there are ranges where like if I delay it properly like this, yeah, you stay in the same side. Okay, so we got that one. And then the last one I want to show you is the one I've been working on a bit, which is, let's say you put the tightrope out like this. You could actually meaty with tightrope close slash. Or, so like what you do is you put the tightrope out, you alpha to the tightrope, and then you do meaty tightrope close slash like this. And you get a full combo, which is cool. Right? Into whatever. So you could do this one. Right? And then to cross them up here, you do something like that. It happens somewhat quickly, right? Like this. So if they, let's put it for them to do neutral. So that's a little slow. You want to do it as soon as possible. Same side, just like that. Meaty tightrope close slash. Like that. Cross up. And then you could kind of explore that and do all sorts of different things, which is pretty cool. That's it for setups. Combos, I could probably do another video and show you guys the combos I'm using. But I think those are the setups that I've been using primarily. One other thing, if I'm in the corner, you could usually safe jump something like this. So I do something like this where I put the rope out and then I try to get the safe jump timing. So if I do right, and then once, or if the opponent doesn't even have a reversal, then you could do something like right and go for the low option, which you do by when you're in the corner and you're on the wall, you hit down forward. You hit down forward, okay? And then he goes and he runs on the wall like Sonic or something. Okay. And then using that, you could mix up your low option. I could probably even do 2D here because it happens so quick. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know if you'd like to see some more Chipp stuff. All right, see ya.